Good afternoon, guys. It is January 1st, 2020. Happy New Year. I wanted to do a couple of videos. I'm going to throw out a couple of videos. I am going out of town, as some of you may know, for a couple of weeks, and I'm most likely not going to be posting anything. So, just going to post a couple, so that way you guys have a couple videos. And this first one is, I'm going to talk about director vacuums. Now, I've heard some people kind of argue that director vacuums don't have any place in the market whatsoever. That is a lie. There's always going to be opinions, and I respect that, but, you gotta really think realistically here. There's two sides to that. I will say, if you have all hard floors and absolutely no carpet, then yeah, absolutely, these aren't gonna really do you any good. But if you have wall-to-wall carpeting really anywhere in your house, these are gonna be great. And the sanitary design has been around for decades and decades and decades, and it is still probably one of the most reliable, easy to fix, good deep cleaning machine that you can buy today. The newer ones really aren't as great as the older ones, but they're still better than the garbage that you'll find at Walmart or whatever. So, I mean, really, the choice is yours. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do and buy whatever you want to buy. But there are some people that are just flat out against director machines. And again, I respect people's opinions, but really, I am going to tell you the truth. And the truth is, if you have a director vacuum for your carpet, it is going to clean probably 5 to 10 times better than a bypass machine. And so those are some of the perks. And you also have to factor in the price of parts and stuff for maintenance is significantly less for these. And especially with the sanitairs. The Kirby's are a little bit more expensive with the parts, but they're still far less than a lot of the high-end vacuums like the Miele and stuff like that. And those are great vacuums. I mean, all of those machines are great. They do the job that they're intended to do, and they work great, but there is a downside, and the downside is the parts and supplies are generally more expensive. And so you kind of have to just weigh your odds here. For me, I'm not a cheapskate when it comes to vacuums, but I do think of the long-term cost of maintaining a machine And a lot of people want to argue that bagless machines are cheaper to maintain than a bagged. That is really a myth, because the bagless machines are a lot more work, and you have to replace the filters a lot more often, and the filters are much more expensive than the bags. And so, really, bags are less expensive, and they are just easier to deal with. I mean, you pull out a bag and throw it in the trash. And the other thing is, people also kind of want to argue that bags are not environmentally friendly and all this stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're replacing filters and stuff all the time, and if you're going through a bunch of vacuums because dust and dirt gets into the motor and burns out your motor, that is nowhere near as environmentally friendly as a paper bag in most cases, which will be totally biodegradable. The cloth HEPA bags, on the other hand, probably take a lot longer to break down, but you just gotta weigh your odds here. And no matter what vacuum you have, there's always going to be some kind of waste. I'm just going to tell you that flat out. So, really, you gotta weigh your options here. I mean, no vacuum, none. I don't care what kind of vacuum it is, no vacuum on the market requires no maintenance. None. I don't care what the hype is. I don't care what people say. There is always some maintenance associated with vacuums and some kind of cost. And in most cases, maintaining a vacuum, and especially a simple vacuum like these, is really, really inexpensive. I mean, a sanitary is honestly probably like $15 a year to run. And that's not including electricity. And if you want to talk about saving money and being a little more environmentally friendly, these have 7 amp motors compared to 12 amp motors. Let's think about that. That uses less electricity than the average vacuum cleaner. So you're saving a little bit money there. Not big amount, but you are. And it's a little bit more environmentally friendly because you're not burning quite so much energy. So, really, you just have to weigh your odds here. I mean, that's all it comes down to. So, anyway, I just wanted to do that video. But yeah, like I said, there's always something associated with environmental impacts on vacuums. And you're just not going to get away from that. And I guarantee you that a bagless vacuum is more harmful to the environment than a bagged is, because really they don't last as long, and you're just throwing away a lot of plastic, a lot of metal, a lot of material that's not good for the environment. And so these are just things to think about. So anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.